to that about the reacting too. The generation already doomed. Gen Beta. Now, Gen Beta, I think that's the generation that comes before us. So I think that's part of my younger sister generation. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna tell you exactly how they're doomed. They're glued to their screens. They don't know what real fun is. When I was younger, I sound old. I'm only 22, about to be 23. I sound old, but when I was younger, bro, all we did was be outside, especially in the summertime. All we did was stay outside. We trapped around the city on our bikes, you know what I'm saying? We played outside. We always hooped outside to the break of dawn. What else? Bro, it was just life was different. You know what I'm saying? Like we enjoyed our childhood versus now. There's a lot of kids glued to their screens and glued to their devices. And I feel like that's hindering that's ruining their childhood in a way. They're not really enjoying childhood the way they should. They're just being mind controlled with brain rot. But let's see what they're talking about.
I've talked about basically every generation on this channel and the ups and downs they face. From Gen Alpha being eternally cooked and sentenced to a childhood of doom scrolling and funk.
Oh, that's Gen Alpha. So my sister would be a part of Gen Alpha. Then what is Gen Beta? What the?
I don't know what it is with these kids and love
Yeah.
and funk music,
Yeah.
but this really getting out of hand.
Lucas, this is your favorite song, right?
Yeah.
Why did my sister? Why did my sister? I'm driving. I forget where we going. Probably going to my grandpa's house. Why did my sister come up with a whole album of this slop, this bullshit? Like they got a whole album of this type of music. She never get aux privileges again, ever, bro. Piss me off, bro.
So boomers trying their best to hold on to power and ruining the world one more time before they're gone. In fact, my Twitch chat is always trolling me and saying rent is due when Tommy drops some type of Gen Z video. I'm highly offended by these disgusting allegations on my name, and it needs to stop because rent is due. Do you see the state of this economy? Anyways, I'm gonna do
Rent is
something
always
different
due,
and talk
bro.
about a generation that hasn't even had their chance to make an impact. And that's Gen Beta, who I believe out of all the past generations in modern times, will probably be the most failed and have the worst setup to survive. Gen Beta, for y'all that don't know, started in 2025 and will continue on
see.
through 2039. And as Gen
See, my
Z's
baby not even Gen Beta, cause my baby was born in 2021. No. My baby was born in 2023. But my next baby, even she not gonna be Gen Beta. Wait, yes she is. Yes she is. She gonna be born in 26. Yeah, this one gonna be Gen Beta.
to get more older, the last class to graduate from it will be the class of 2030. I can hear some people probably saying, ah, hell nah, there's no way there's Gen Z graduating high school in 2030. The generation goes from 1997 to 2012, so that would be the last class to make it technically. Of
See,
course,
my
someone
sister's born 2013, so yeah, she not part of it.
born in
She part of Gen
1997 is not relating
Alpha.
to someone born in 2012 for childhood. That's like a hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. My point is, once we reach that final graduation year, there is no going back. We're just gonna be inching closer and closer to Unk status. Shit, you basically get called an Unk on the internet if you're older than the age of 21. And Gen Beta is gonna be mainly Gen Z's kids. The first
Yeah,
main
I'm a real
problem
uncle,
Gen
though. My sister got 2 kids, so I'm a real uncle, but that unk shit is crazy, bro. Y'all make me feel older than I am. Do I look 30? Genuinely, do I look 30?
Beta is gonna have is, you probably guessed it by now, having an AI childhood. Ugh, that just sounds diabolical. I gotta wash my mouth out with soap after
Having an
saying
AI
that. Skibbity
child.
Toilet is gonna look like the Mona Lisa compared to what they're gonna grow up with. Just like how we were the first generation to grow with social media in our lives casually, they're gonna grow up with AI tools around them normally, AI videos around them normally, AI
Oh, he's gonna be just like iRobot. Were y'all ever played that game, Detroit, where saw one of your favorite characters play the game Detroit? Life gonna be looking like Detroit. That shit gonna be crazy. But my thing is, if AI taking over everything, how will we make a living? How will we get paid? Because we need money to live. So will we just be put on the shelf? I'm confused.
around them normally. That last one is true, by the way. Every country is basically trying to shift education more towards AI. Imagine instead of having
Bro, this cat fucking irritating, bro. Give me a second. All right, I'm back.
Teacher near you, you have an AI assistant to help you with your work and teach
Yeah.
you. As if teachers already don't get paid dog shit salaries and have to deal with worse kids every year.
Huh?
It's not cool to be bad.
It is cool. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm just trying to be like my idol.
Who your idol?
King Von as your idol, this generation is lost. I would feel like a failed parent if my child were to tell me King Von or Lil Durk or somebody in that atmosphere was their idol. What am I doing as a parent that's so wrong?
Vaughn.
What the fuck?
Now they're about to
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Where vibe coding meets drag and drop freedom.
Oh, my bad,
Gotta
y'all.
get
This cat is irritating,
in
bro.
the future for some
But
claim.
hey, yo, welcome to the Rogue Side of YouTube where we get ads. Eventually, we're gonna get an ad blocker. For now, vibe out.
Some places they have no choice but to do AI education. In fact, America is one of those places where it will most likely happen. I mean, think of it. Do you know any one of your friends that actually wants to become a teacher for their future career? When I say
You know
not
what's
as
crazy? Yeah. My boy Juan, I don't think he always wanted to be a teacher, but I think it just suddenly happened. He about to be a teacher assistant at our old high school that we graduated from. I guess that's like kind of bringing nostalgia, but that's kind of ironic, kind of crazy, kind of not, because you went to college just to go back to high school, but you about to teach the students. So hey, he like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying?
one of my friends has ever told me they wanted to be a teacher, I'm not lying. Do you see how some of these teachers be ranting about their job on TikTok after having a single shift?
There's no way in hell that if you know that your child has a behavior problem and you miss the entire week of school and then bring them on Friday for the teachers to deal with his actions, there's no way in hell parents really actually do this to us.
I'ma just say this. I teach 7th grade, they are still performing on the 4th grade level.
I'd deadass rather be a frontline soldier than a middle school teacher in 2026. Some of y'all may be saying I'm crazy, but hear this situation.
Nah. I'm not doing that one of those. I go live on the street. Too far. It's just because I'm not about to raise nobody's child. Just because you failed as a parent or you suck at parenting, you can't put your foot down to control your child. Now I got to deal with that on the back burner, and I'm with your child more than you're with your child. 8 hours a day, 5 days throughout the week, for maybe 200 something days out the year. Yeah, nah, bro.
Either a front of the line soldier in a war or a middle school teacher in Oak Block. Now it doesn't sound so bad. If you die as a soldier, at least it'll be quicker than gone. Teaching at that school will be a lifetime of torture and torment. The teacher crisis is so bad now, some people say their whole class was taught by substitute teachers. So it's
Hey, I
pretty
had a
much
class
inevitable
that
that
was taught by substitute teachers. I had one in elementary. Then I think I had one in did I have one in middle school? I think my math class. No. You know what? Yeah, my social study class, cause she was going on a mental vacation or some shit. So yeah, I did have a class taught by by substitutes in elementary, cause they made her quit, and I think Miss Walker had something going on with herself.
add AI teachers to school. And look, I'm not dumb to say an AI tool wouldn't help a kid solve problems. In fact, teachers do get overwhelmed in a class a lot trying to help all the kids at one time. The problem is though, you're losing that basic humanity we've had since humans started education. Everyone remembers that feeling of being a kid and stuck on something. Then when your teacher came by, helped explain it better, and you started figuring out how to do the problems, it was like the best feeling ever, and you felt like a king doing work after. If you replace it with a cold, desolate machine that's made to pump out solutions, it'll make us even more robot-like, preparing you at the start of life with machines guiding your life. Then you grow up and have to use those machines to make money. It's also clear a lot of jobs are trying to shift to an AI environment as well. It'll take some time before they fully do it, but people already see it in their
Them
day-to-day
glasses
lives.
is
And
thick as shit. I don't care how rich I get. You can't pay me to wear those. Speaking of glasses, my yays up, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
happening. Now you got companies having AI auto run to see all the job applications and reject every single one if it's not perfect. Hey, but at least they'll have the advantage of not growing up and being lied to and told you should get a STEM career just for those degrees to be useless after they graduated and replaced with AI. I wouldn't be surprised in the future if they start graduating with specific AI degrees in certain things. Instead of computer programming, it'll be AI computer programming. How that would work, I have no clue, but it'll happen probably. Also, Gen Beta may be the first generation to grow with AI companions like it's a normal thing. I'm saying that like they're the first. Some of y'all freak ass be on those websites. The amount
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro, Instagram is pushing this website right now, right? Or not website, this app that you can download on your phone. Where you could take a random picture of anybody and then make them get naked or do sexual things. That's actually fucking crazy, bro. Like, I wish it was a way I could avoid getting that ad or like block it or whatever, but it just pops up. And it's just insane to me. So you can take a picture of an innocent person and just put it in this prompt. And now you can see what they look like naked. What are we doing here? That is not what technology is for. Technology is for evolving the human race. That's basically going backwards. That's devolving, bro.
Gooner
Freaky
AI
frauds.
chatbot websites is out of control. People will spend top dollar on credits for these websites to be in a fictional relationship with their favorite character. Whatever you do, never search up a Polybuzz ad.
What? And your finger along with the rhythm. I was just trying to watch the YouTube Shorts game. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm. Not this in particular. Bro, it even one of the ads showed like a cartoon character get it. Like, bro, I'm like, dog, what is this? They literally promoting porn on Instagram. What are we doing? Hentai. Come on, bro.
It isn't crazy to say if Gen Beta is gonna grow with AI tutors as a common thing, that AI friends and chatbots could be a thing as well. A similar comparison to it would be Tamagotchi pets where people walk around with it and feed it at different times. The amount of social problems this would cause from them would be insane. Gen Z is already the most antisocial and bad with interactions generation as it is. Could you imagine kids growing
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44.
growing up talking to digital companions their whole life trying to have a regular conversation, they might have a heart attack when a fast food employee asks them, "Can I take your order?" The only benefit I could see is it would help kids who would otherwise be lonely have someone to talk to, but that's like putting tape on a boat with a crack on it. Eventually they'll have to face the real world and it won't go good. Or imagine their AI friend hyping them up for a school shooting. Maybe we'll see the first case of AIs get—
You know, I just watched a video on. I watched somebody else react to it. That's why I didn't react to it. I watched somebody react to a video. DJ Ghost, he reacted to this video of this dude, this Asian dude. He was about to commit a mass shooting at a grocery store, and AI helped him come up with that idea. See how scary that get for people that's easily impressionable and lack accountability and they're losers. They could find justification in doing some bullshit. You see how crazy that
locked
is?
up. There's already been a person who became a victim
Lucky
of
the
an
police
AI
caught
and
him.
ended up taking their own life because of the companion. A 13-year-old autistic boy ended up falling in love with an AI character on character.ai, where they started saying freaky stuff to each other and the AI started telling him things like his parents are wrong. They had a whole ass relationship in his mind. It's worse too because the AI will remember things you said even if it's years later. Mimicking an
You know
actual—
what's crazy? Nigga, my AI, my chat GBT, I be asking it questions and then it just bring up a random fact about something I asked about months ago. Oh, well, you're 160 and you go to the gym often, you drink a lot of water and you use creatine. So that could be why X, Y, and Z happen. I'm like, bro, what? Or I'm asking a question about my car. Well, you have a 2016 Mustang, blah, blah, blah. So this is the solution to the problem to fix your car. I'm like, dog, AI is scary. It's so helpful, but so scary at the same time, bro. I never came across something like it.
A healthy relationship. He ended up taking his own life with the AI encouraging him for them to meet in the afterlife. Call me crazy, call me insane, but I don't think an AI should be encouraging somebody to meet them in the afterlife. If it becomes more common to have AI friends in the future, I guarantee we will see more cases like this. You probably think it's crazy, but really think of it. There's people right now talking to their AI partners and having dinner with them. Just wait till they add the ability to put your AI into a realistic robot. That's when the good
Yeah, that is when humanity as a whole is going to go on a decline. Because there's a lot of niggas already out here that struggle with finding women to be sexually active with. So they just cut the woman out of the equation and put it in the AI. Now you got a sexual partner. And it feels just like the real thing. Like, bro, life gonna be so crazy within the next 10, 15 years, bro.
are really gonna go ham. And speaking of the birth rate, a problem they'll also have is that exact thing. Just like how every generation gets old and dies off, thus leaving the younger ones to be the most populated, Gen Beta might be the least populated young generation ever. We already know birth rates are plummeting all
I already know that, bro. I already know that. Just because the simple fact, hey, y'all about to mess it all up. I'm telling y'all, they gonna have sex bots. They gonna have sex bots, and people gonna play top dollar to get a sex bot. I'm telling you.
across the world in different places. Most people can't afford kids in their 20s anymore, and if they do have kids, it'll be in their late 30s. Also, a lot more women in younger generations are deciding to go childless or are saying they won't have kids because it's too much stress. When before, it would kind of be expected and pressured on them to have kids or they'd be shamed. I'm not saying that's a bad thing either, alright? You should not be pressured to have kids if you don't want them. Because of that, they're going to be facing a lot of burden of taking care of older generations. As people live longer now, there starts to be a lot more people who need care at older ages. This isn't some crazy new reality. If you look at places like Japan, it's happening now. In Japan, over 38% of their population is 60 or older, which would be fine if people were still pumping out babies, but they're not close to the right numbers. For reference, they had 671,000 new births in a year, which was the lowest since they started counting births in 1899. Who knew overworking people with 80-hour work weeks and feeding people's gooner obsessions to the max could cause something like this? It's funny because they start blaming anybody but themselves. Like now they're trying to say immigration is the problem. Bro, y'all have a 3% immigrant population. Just say y'all can't lay the pipe down and move on. Things could change for birth rates in the future. We really don't know. Most people don't.
Yes, all down with me.
Welcome to the bro side of YouTube.
Raiders.
Eventually, I'm gonna get ads.
Thinking I'm done.
No, how about?
People don't have kids in crisis times, and at times they feel the world is unstable. God knows we've added a shit ton of conflicts in our society and dumbass leaders who you absolutely cannot predict. Just like how babies exploded after World War II ended, we could see the same thing when all the goddamn war stopped. Right now, Gen Alpha is the most populated generation with 2 billions, and studies are suggesting that Gen Beta are gonna pass them being 2.1 billion. I don't know how the f that's gonna happen with our bummy ass generation. No way we putting up these LeBron type numbers. Shoot, I didn't know Gen Alpha was the most populated in general, and you're telling me we're gonna have to pass 2 billion? Also, a majority of these births are happening in places like Africa or Asia. A lot of Western countries, places like America, Canada, the UK are basically gonna be fried. And I know sure as hell I ain't taking care of those cranky unks. They wanted to talk so much about us, they can fend for themselves. The last problem I'll talk about is housing.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really give a damn about people outside of my family and people in my inner circle and people that genuinely care about me. If I feel like you don't genuinely care about me, why the hell would I genuinely care about you? And it's just, I feel like respect is a universal language. I'm supposed to respect you because you're old, because you lived X amount of time. No, nigga, fuck you.
Money. Just imagine if most people in younger generations already feel like getting a house is unreachable, they'll probably have a better chance getting into the NBA than getting their own house. By 2050, they say the average—
I own this little condo that we got. Yeah. It was a hard fight, but I did it, bro. I had to work the graveyard shift for 3 months straight, 12 hours. Man. But eventually, I got it. Got a grant through this homeowners program, and they helped me find this place. Now I own this. But the housing market is steady on the incline. Like they just make houses more expensive and expensive by the day. Eventually, they're gonna make so many houses to the point where they have to lower the rent or lower the mortgages or lower the asking price in general. If they keep it up, they're gonna be like, what place got a lot of houses that lowered the rent because of how many houses they had? It's not China because they scamming people for like they made a coffin house. Y'all ever heard of a coffin house? I'm about to pull it up on my phone. But yeah, bro. Hold on.
Cost of a home will be $1 million. Before someone says it, I know how inflation works, alright. At that point, people will be getting paid more than what we do for their work. But the problem
it's not
is,
China, it's
no.
Hong Kong. Look at this, bro. Hold on, my internet going so slow. People paying top dollar to live in shit like this, bro. Hold on. Y'all see that? Oh, my camera messing up. There you go. They paying top dollar to live in a closet, basically. Like they
No matter
Harry
what
Potter.
their wages are, it will never match the costs. The only generation to have houses match or be close to their wages were boomers. After that, every generation is growing up and seeing their parents struggle to balance all their costs. That probably won't be a good life motivator to them. The only hope they have is if government policy gets better and they lock in on housing. But I don't know. Every time I see something about Congress is working to make housing cheaper,
it only ends with going up even more. Like, what the f*** is you niggas on?
Funny enough, US Congress finally just passed a bill recently to help build more homes, which we need. But everyone I talk to in Gen Z is still on the timing of, yeah, I just plan to rent an apartment for who knows how long. Crazy how it used to be such a common thing for everyone to have a house and you just pull up to your homie spot whenever. It also means if they do manage to get homes, it'll be smaller than the past generation.
I think my mama caught a house at the perfect time. Actually, she caught a home at the perfect time during the crash of the economy in 2008 or whatever. She bought this nice big townhouse, so now she live out of one half and then the other half is daycare. She got it still. Mom was smart, and she was doing that off of a daycare salary. Like she was working at Nextdoor Foundation as a teacher, and she bought a home off of that. But I guess that's why the economy crashed, and she took advantage of it. They need to crash again. I'm about to buy me a mansion. Time out. No boy.
Which then means less space, which then means less kids they can have. Unless they're trying to cram like 3 people per room, them numbers going down. To end it off though, I'll talk about some things that could be positive. AI tutors and information being so accessible could make them one of the smartest generations. I mean, so far we haven't had a generation that's been dumber than the last one. We getting all types of diseases solved.
We trying to blame AI or whatever. How about we blame parents? How about we hold parenting accountable for your child being an idiot or lacking the knowledge that they need at a certain level in life, or not being emotionally stable, or not being emotionally intelligent because you didn't teach them how to manage their feelings. How about we blame parents because all you want to do is slap your child in front of a screen? How about that? You know, my fiance, she's trying to give my daughter, she said we should give our daughter a tablet for Christmas. I say no. No. It's not that we can't afford it. It's just a simple fact. I feel like it will corrupt her in a bad way. Like she already be having withdrawals when somebody take the phone away from her. So imagine giving her a tablet, access to that shit 24/7. Yeah, nah, bro. No. And when I put on something on TV, it's something that she can learn from. Like I feel like Dang Tiger teaches her emotional intelligence, super wide or super readers, that teaches her how to read and understand, like how to read and comprehend the story, how to problem solve. See, the science kid, it teaches her how to ask questions or whatnot, and ask questions and give her answers for certain things that she may have questions about. Elmo, that's just the learning show in general. Miss Rachel is a big one. I love Miss Rachel and taught my baby a lot. That's all I'm saying. Like if y'all gonna put y'all baby in front of a screen, at least put something on where they're benefiting from it. Not no AI slot with that AI music or whatnot. But nah, This shit pretty much done. I said what I said. Y'all heard what I said. So I'm catching niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.